Hi everyone, I am Professor Pradeep Pai and I look after the executive programs. I am the chairperson for the part-time MBA program and also the chairperson for the executive MBA program. Besides that, I am an associate professor in the decision sciences area and I take subjects across all trimesters from trimester 1 to trimester 6. And I would have, touched almost everyone from the student fraternity in this institute. About what SBM has been doing in terms of innovation, let me tell you that as you are aware, we are amongst the top 10 and you must look at what was our journey to come to the top 10. There has been a lot of innovations in our pedagogy. We tie our research to what we teach our students in the classroom. Like I do a lot of research on what is called data envelopment analysis, and recently a publication has come in January 2020 and we use this very publication in the classroom, and in every class that we go we do that. So coming to SBM, the similar initiatives have been happening for a lot of time. Like we are now ASCSB accredited. Now what does ASCSB accredited ensure? That there is an assurance of learning for every student. And the processes that we follow, we are a system-driven, process-driven organization. The systems that we follow is going to be the best. And this is what we ensure that every student undergoes the kind of processes that we have set up for them. And likewise, it's not just about the students. The processes are also for us as faculties. Have we done something more important this year than what we have done last year? How have we added to the culture of improving our own offerings to the students, our own faculty friends, our own fraternity, and of course to the world at large. So this constant drive at SBM is what makes this place very, very unique. If you ask the journey, I come every day in the morning at around 7:30 and I'm here till almost 8:30 every day. But every single minute is a joy and pleasure and enjoyment for us. And likewise, I'm sure everyone who is touched by SBM would be feeling something very similar. How is SBM different from other institutes? I can only tell you one thing. We look at more of practical applications of the concepts. It's not just concept driven for the sake of knowing concept. Unless I can give them some kind of a relevance that this is the concept which can be used in situation A, B, C, D, E, or this is the kind of application that we have for the learnings that we are doing in the class, it loses interest. So at SBM at large, it is all about practice, practice, practice of what we are learning in terms of models. How do we look at it? People can practice without knowing the models. People might know the models but will not be able to practice. But at SBM, we want the students to know and then practice. So the adequate practice is what makes us absolutely unique in my view. And I can just tell you that the curriculum undergoes a comprehensive review every 2 years, and in every year there is at least a 40 to 50% change in what we had offered in the last class. This is because we believe in bringing contemporary practices to the class. About 3-4 years back, I was not even talking about machine learning, I was not even talking about deep learning, but now my course contents would be having this kind of machine learning and deep learning. When it comes to SBM, about 4 years back, we never had what is called a Bloomberg laboratory. But because our students, we believe, should get the best, we have invested very heavily in this Bloomberg laboratory, and we are amongst the very few schools in business today who has got about 12 to 14 terminals on offer for the students. Now this is the kind of investment that SBM does in terms of infrastructure, in terms of pedagogy, in terms of enriching our faculty. We have so many faculty development programs, we have so many research conclaves. Every week there is a research conclave where everyone has to present by turn whatever the work they have done, whether it's a case study writing or it's a research paper that has been published, and this gets vetoed, discussed by the peers. And this not only enhances the value of the publication or the value of the research that is being done or the value of the case study, but this also enhances the content that we then give to our students. So this is something very fabulous, very unique at SBM, which all of us really enjoy and revel in. What do we do about ensuring the selection of the students? Now I need to just little bit differ from your question, because it's not about the selection of the students. Students are always good. The question is whether we are good enough for the students. And therefore, if you check, the selection procedure is more about how do I nominate a faculty or how do I select a faculty to work at SBM. So we have a very elaborate process, and I would not want to discuss on these things, but if at all you look at my view, the students are all good. I have to decide whether I am good enough for the students. So we bring a lot of academics interaction with the industry people. So we have a lot of industry people coming and teach us. We have a lot of academics with experience of more than 25, 30 years talk to the students. So it is going to be a combination of academics as well as industry experience. So this is what I would feel. It's not from the student per se, but it is going to be a selection procedure for the faculty that becomes very important. As I said, the faculty that we have here is amongst the best, and we would want to keep it like that. Faculty doesn't become best because if he has some different hats. A faculty becomes best when the students learn what he is communicating, the students imbibe what has been taught, and the students really feel enthralled by what they get to hear from them in the class. And I can assure you, friends, that every single faculty at SBM NMIMS is just doing the same thing. We have a lot of things, like we do what is called WeCare. Now, WeCare is a process where a student has to work in an NGO for 3 to 4 weeks. And what we have seen is, before the work in the NGO and after the work in the NGO, there is a phenomenal difference in the attitude and the application of the student. And this is our initiative for making students very socially aware. This is one of the incentives. The second is we do a lot of work with the industry. A student spends almost 8 weeks in an industry, and the industry generally gives them a pre-placement offer on the basis of the hard work that they have done. All along, we have got a lot of coursework, we have a lot of projects, and this is all with the involvement of the faculty, the students work with the industry people, and this is going to be an all-round development and engagement for the students, not just the classroom. So if you ask me, about 50% of the time is in the classroom and 50% of the learning is outside the classroom. The internship and placements happen very well for our full-time program. For our part-time program and executive programs, we do not offer any placements because we have a lot of corporates sponsoring their students. But some of our students, once they pass out, they join our alumni network, and if they join the alumni network, they are abreast of what's happening across industries. But as such, there is no placement being offered for executive and part-time MBA programs till date. Maybe if there is a change of decision, change of thought in the future, I am not aware. But as of now, there is no placement support for our part-time and executive MBA students. And generally what we have also found out is that our students are in very high ranking positions, that when I teach them, I have got some people working in the general manager capacity as Indian Oil, and I'm talking about the executive programs. So executive programs is where we have a lot of students come from, work with a lot of experience and enhancing their skills and leadership skills and abilities. So as such, I can say that all our alumni from the full-time are well placed. But talking more about the part-time, not only alumni but even the current students are very highly placed. We have students who are working in Goldman Sachs, we have students working across the financial best companies, we have students working in some of the top banks like Kotak Bank and so many places, HDFC Bank, and the best companies Mahindra and Mahindra, Godrej. We have students across all these organizations. So when they come here, they bring some of their relevant ideas, relevant topics, relevant problems, and we along with them work out towards a solution. SBM has always been expanding because we want to reach out to everyone who wants to look out for a quality education. So if you look out for quality education, the only place that I can recommend is NMIMS SBM. So we have our campuses in Bangalore, we have our campuses in Hyderabad, Indore, upcoming campus at Chandigarh, we have an existing campus at Navi Mumbai, and of course this is our main center where a lot of activities get happened. So I would only suggest that we'll keep on reaching out in whichever possible way. We have our executive programs, we have our leadership development programs, we have our part-time MBA programs. The idea is that we want to disseminate a lot of learnings that we already have to whoever would look for a quality education. Where do we look at SBM 5 years from now? I can only tell you that we would be amongst the leading quality institutes not only in India but across the globe. This ACSB that we have acquired after so much of hard work is going to take us places. And if I was to follow what our Vice Chancellor has been always maintaining, that we want to be amongst the top 100 management schools across the globe. Currently, we are amongst the top 10 in India, and of course, we aspire to go for a higher heights than number 10 in India. But not only in India, our aspirations are going to be global. So I see our courses, our students, and ourselves also achieving greater glory in the next 5 years. If you want to put a figure, where do you see us? We will be in a much better position than where we are today in terms of ranking. One of the things that we have been doing in our part-time MBA program is that the students find it little inconvenient to come to our premises, especially if they are working in a far-off place. So for such students who are working in a far-off place, or maybe let's say working in Pune or in Nasik or any of those areas in the vicinity of Mumbai, we have a part-time MBA batch which is run only on Saturday and Sundays. So we have 2 lectures on Saturdays and 3 lectures on Sundays. So students who are staying away or who would want to use their Saturday and Sunday for a quality learning purpose can definitely enroll in our part-time MBA program. For others who are working very close by, let's say to Andheri and Ville Parle, and can make it on a daily basis, we have a weekday program, weekday program which runs from Monday to Friday. We have a weekend 1, which is Friday 1 lecture, Saturday 2 lectures, and Sunday 2 lectures. And we have a weekend 2, which is only Saturday and Sunday. So please make the most of the offerings that we have and enhance your education levels. Thank you.